Good morning, children. Welcome back on your science online classes. This is your science teacher Manju Das. Yes, in the previous class, I had explained you about the combustion. I had started the new lesson 6, combustion and flame. In that class, I had explained in short that what do you mean by combustions and what are the various substances that undergoes a combustion. Substances are categorized into two, that is a combustible substance and a not combustible substance. Combustible substance means the substance which react with the oxygen, which burn with the oxygen, that is called as a combustible substance. Example of combustible substance are wood, paper, cloth, straw, etc. And non-combustible substance means the substance which does not catches a fire, which does not react with the oxygen. That is called as a non-combustible substances. How can we define combustion? We can define the combustion in this way. Combustion is a chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give off a heat, and the light is called as a combustion. So today we will learn in detail about the combustion, types of a combustions, how the combustion take place, and how to control the fire. So let us begin. In the Stone Age, people never knew the use of fire. They used to eat raw food only. So it was by an accident they found that by rubbing two stone, fire can produced. So they found that cooked food tastes better than raw food. Slowly they started using dry twigs, coal, then later on kerosene, and then the last they started using gas to make a fire. So this one burning not only produce a heat but also light were produced. Burning of a substance gives a heat and light is called the combustion. Or we can say that combustion is a chemical process in which a substance reacts with the oxygen to give off a heat and the light is called combustion. The substance that undergo combustion is said to be a combustible substance, or the substance that undergo combustion is said to be a combustible is called a fuel. The fuel may be in the solid form, liquid form, or the gaseous form. Sometimes light is also given of burning combustion, either as a flame or as a glow. In the reaction mentioned that above, magnesium and the charcoals are combustible substance. Magnesium, we had studied about the magnesium in the previous class, in 7th class. Magnesium burned to form a magnesium oxide and produces a heat and light. Then another example of a combustible substance are wood, paper, straw, etc. So what is the combustion? Combustion is a chemical reaction which produces heat and light. Substance which do not burn are called non-combustible substance. An example of a non-combustible substance are glass, then iron, stone, then metals. These are the non-combustible substance. It does not react with the oxygen. It does not bond with the oxygen. Now, that for combustion, what is necessary? In other words, we can say that supporter of a combustion. So, supporter of a combustion is a oxygen, oxide of a nitrogen, chlorine. Supporter supports combustion. Not only oxygen, but also oxides of a nitrogen and chlorine support combustion. Now we will move to the next topic, that is about the ignition temperature. What is a ignition temperature? So the substance that catches fire very easily is said to be low ignition temperature or kindling temperature. They are called inflammable material. Yes, the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire is called as its ignition temperature, and they are called as a inflammable material also. Material like cooking gas, petrol and white phosphorus have a low ignition temperature. Material like wood and coal have a high ignition temperature. The ignition temperature of a material is defined as the lowest temperature at which it catches fire. For that, one activity is given there. That activity 6.4. Make a two paper cups by folding a sheet of a paper. Pour about 50 ml of water in one of the cups. Heat both the cups separately with a candle. What will you observe? If you continue on heating, a cup of water starts boiling in a paper cup. The heat supplied to the paper cup is transferred to the water by conduction process. So, in the presence of water, the ignition temperature of paper is not reached. Hence, it does not burn, and the water in the paper starts boiling. And the other empty paper will burn slowly. So, the substance which have very low ignition temperature can easily catch fire with a flame are called as a inflammable substance. Example of inflammable substance are petrol, alcohol, liquefied petroleum gas, etc. Now we will move to the next topic, that is about the type of a combustions. Yes, yes, a type of a combustions. There are the two main types of a combustions. That is about rapid combustions and the spontaneous combustions. Rapid combustions means combustion that take place at a fast rate is called rapid combustion. LPG, dry gases are example which undergo rapid combustion. Sometimes some substance that starts burning with a flame that is called as a spontaneous combustion. Means some substance start burning spontaneously, that is called as a spontaneous combustion. For that I will give you example. If we will keep white phosphorus openly at the room temperature, it catches fire instantly. For that no need of a matchstick. So this type of a combustion is called as a spontaneous combustions. Now, sometimes a large volume of a gas is liberated in combustion. Beside the production of a heat and the light, the sudden evolutions of a large quantities of a gas creates the excessive pressure that produce a loud noise. Such combustions is known as a explosion. So various type of combustions are, first is a rapid combustion, second one is a spontaneous combustion, and the another one is a explosion. Yes, a rapid combustion means we find that the gas burns rapidly. It burns very fast and produces a heat and light. That is called as a rapid combustion. And next one is a spontaneous combustion. So this type of combustion in which a material suddenly burst into flame without the application of any apparent cause is called a spontaneous combustions. Yes, spontaneous combustions I gave the example here, that if we will keep a white phosphorus at the room temperature, it burns vigorously. So that is a spontaneous combustions. Now we will move to the next topic, that how we control the fire. How we control the fire. Yes, how we control the fire? We can control the fire by break the contact of the combustible substance with the fire, then stop the supply of the supporter of the combustion, that is air is necessary for the supporter or for supporting the combustion. So throw the water or throw the sand. Now cool the burning substance below its ignition temperature. In this way also we can stop the fire. Sand and waters are also thrown on a burning material stored to extinguish fire. Sand cuts the supply of air and water cools the object and bring its ignition temperature down. So that water also cuts off the supply of air. Then lastly we can use the fire extinguisher to stop the fire. So in this way we can control the fire. We can control the fire. So I hope it is clear to you people. Today what we had studied about the combustion, what is a combustible substance, what is a non-combustible substance, and different types of a combustions, and how to control the fire. I hope it is clear to you. Yes, keeps on learning and go through it. Thank you.
Introduction. The blacksmith burns coal to get hot iron which can be beaten to desired shape. A variety of fuels is used in daily life such as coal, petrol, charcoal, LPG, etc. Do you know which chemical process is taking place during the burning of these fuels? It is combustion. In this lesson, you will learn about combustion of fuels. Objectives. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to explain combustion and its types, define ignition temperature, explain the necessary conditions for combustion, describe fire extinguishers, list types of combustion. Rohan is performing a simple activity. He is burning a magnesium wire on a flame. Notice carefully. Heat and light is also produced along with magnesium oxide. Now look at the burning of coal. This burns in air producing carbon dioxide, heat and light. In both the example, the substances are reacting with the oxygen of the air to produce heat and light. This process is called combustion. There are two types of substances. Some substances catch fire and burns, while the other group does not catch fire. As you can see, the boy is bringing a lighted matchstick close to the paper and glass. Paper catches fire, and so it is called combustible substance. The glass does not burn, and such substances which cannot burn in air or oxygen are incombustible substances. Let us discuss the conditions necessary for burning. Light a candle and cover it with glass tumbler. You will see that candle stops burning after a while. This implies that candle burns freely in the presence of air. Therefore, air is necessary for combustion. We just saw that a paper burns when lighted with a matchstick. Now bring the matchstick close to the piece of wood. The piece of wood does not catch fire. One lighted matchstick is not able to burn the piece of wood, but a piece of paper burnt quickly. This is because a piece of wood has not reached its ignition temperature. Ignition temperature is the lowest temperature at which the substance catches fire. Your mother would have told to keep burning matchstick or a lighter away from LPG gas stove in the kitchen. This is because LPG catches fire very easily. Similarly, you must have seen no smoking sign board at the petrol pumps. It is because Petrol also catches fire very easily, and therefore it is advisable not to smoke at the petrol pumps. Substances like LPG and petrol are inflammable because they have low ignition temperature, due to which they readily catch fire. Now we will see how the fire can be put off. Fire needs oxygen, heat, and fuel to exist. However, it can be extinguished by removing any one of them. You must have seen fireman throwing water on the fire and the fire gets extinguished. Water brings the temperature of the combustible material below its ignition temperature and cuts off the supply of air. But water is not a good extinguisher for electrical or oil fires. For electrical and oil fires, it is best to use carbon dioxide as an extinguisher. Carbon dioxide, being heavier than oxygen, covers the fire like a blanket, due to which contact between the fuel and oxygen gets cut off. Let us now look at types of combustion. You can see a lady igniting LPG in a kitchen to make food. LPG burns quickly, producing a lot of heat. This type of combustion is called rapid combustion. When white phosphorus is left in the open for some time, it catches fire. This type of combustion is called spontaneous combustion. Other example of spontaneous combustion is the forest fire and fires in coal mines. You must have used fireworks during festival days. What happens when the cracker burns? The burning of a cracker produces a large amount of heat, light, and sound. This type of combustion is called explosion. Summary. Let us summarize what we have learned. The substances which burn in air are called combustible. Oxygen in air is essential for combustion. Ignition temperature is the lowest temperature at which a combustible substance catches fire. There are various types of combustions, such as rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion, explosion, etc.